Hello everyone.
Gobble.
Yeah, right. It's been a while, hasn't it?
Gobble.
Shut the fuck up. It has been a very long time.
Lazy.
Yeah, I've been very lazy. I can't even deny. I've been I've just been uploading the raw footage from Japan.
That was a fun time.
It was a fun time. It's ages now. That's like 3-4 months ago now.
Think how long we've been married now.
Hello everyone. And it's been a while. It's been a very long time. A bit too long, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Well, we'll go with the Yu-Gi-Oh pack and then we'll watch a Warhammer video. A Warhammer video that describes the Chaos God's goals, beliefs. I think it's goals and beliefs, yeah? A Chaos God, the Chaos chapters. You can learn about Warhammer 40K, the Chaos Space Marine chapters.
That sounds interesting.
And what their goals and stuff are. Yes, it's been a very long time since I've done a video. I'm not feeling comfortable. It's going to be very wrong because, well, I've not done one in how long? Honestly, I haven't done an actual video in a month.
Months, even.
Like, I just haven't done them. I just busy life, and I just didn't want to. So, it is what it is. Anyway, we'll do our Yu-Gi-Oh pack, and then we'll start the game. And Ace's eyes are now trained on the Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
You want to open the cards with you?
What do we got? Well, so we got Dream Cicada. I love the sound of cicadas.
Definitely the Summer Nights.
Todoroki Earthbolt Star. Toon Blackluster Soldier. I think the Toon ones. I like the Toons. DD Crow. Oh. And Amazoness Hot Spring. Hot Spring was lovely in Japan.
Oh, yeah. He said he's done now. He did your cards with you.
Oh, is he done? Is he right?
Yeah.
Alright, he can go. He's permitted. So, let's begin. This video is done by Weshammer, and it's the beliefs and goals of each Chaos Space Marine Legion.
Ooh.
What do the Chaos Space Marines of Warhammer 40K actually want? What is the point of continuing a war that has gone on for over 10,000 years? Is it something as simple as vengeance? Do they want to see the entire galaxy destroyed? Or in their own dark and twisted way, do they believe that what they are doing is truly the best path forward for humanity? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at all of the different traitor legions, boiling them down to their fundamental principles that guide them in their fight against the Imperium, and
Mortarion. That's the Plague Marines, honey.
Ew. Yucky one.
try to figure out what makes them tick, what their beliefs,
Yeah, look at the maggots and stuff.
Oh. Ew.
goals, and overall objectives actually are. And that's a lot.
As I said in the previous video, I know nothing about 40k. Like, I'm brand new to it.
And you're teaching me at the same time.
And I'm teaching at the same time from my limited knowledge. So, bear with us.
Easier said than done, as all of the traitor legions are broken up into hundreds of different competing.
Called a rotworm.
So we've got the Carrion Hounds, Heralds of Despair, the Corpse Makers, the Poison Chalice, the Favoured Sons, and the Rotworm Brotherhood.
Warbands, all with their own differing agendas. It's honestly kind of a miracle that Chaos is ever able to actually unite for one of Abaddon's Black Crusades. For the War Master, it's gotta be like trying to herd cats. If, you know, those cats were 8-foot-tall demonic super soldiers, blessed with the unholy might of the dark gods.
You can't hurt cats.
Oh, Chaos God has gone.
No, he's sleeping on his boss.
We're going to be taking a look at legions like the Word Bearers, who fanatically worship the Chaos Pantheon and want to see the entire universe cleansed of all non-believers. Legions like the World Eaters, who most of us just see as mindless, frothing berserkers, but actually might be the most potentially profoundly enlightened faction in the entirety of 40k. And of course, the ever mysterious Alpha Legion, who actually just got a brand new novel that is filled with an insane amount of insight into how they work, what their beliefs are, and most importantly, what their overall goal is. I'm just gonna tell you right now that whatever you think the Alpha Legion is, you're probably wrong. We're going to be getting into all that and a whole lot more in this video, as there's a lot to cover with the Chaos Legions. Honestly, they're all pretty messed up in their own unique and twisted way, and each and every one of them really could have benefited from some therapy. Therapy that they could have gotten from today's sponsor, BetterHelp. Taking care of our mental health is something that most of us don't take very seriously, even if we all know that we should. It's something that we need to do, but we just keep putting it off. And maybe we don't have time to schedule
background
appointments, or maybe our local area just doesn't have anyone who specializes in our
mental health is important.
Definitely.
So get some help if you are struggling.
No one should ever judge anyone that needs it.
But yeah, we're gonna skip to the word bearers, which are the first legion. Chapter we're gonna look at, honey.
First chapter.
The word bearers
legion,
differ from other Chaos Legions in two major.
They're not working now.
No, you bumped them.
You must have bumped them.
I didn't move.
How's that?
That's better.
Do you hear it?
Well, it's paused right now. I can't hear it.
I
think it's broken.
Departments.
I
First
think
and
it's the box.
Yeah.
They are by far the most devoted to the Chaos gods, whereas other legions are monotheistic in their worship or simply don't have any unified system of beliefs one way or the other. The word-bearers view each of the gods as an intrinsic part of chaos and thus the truth of the universe. And second, as will become a theme throughout this video, pretty much all of the Chaos Legions exist in a shattered state, some seemingly beyond repair. This is not the case with the word-bearers, as through their unified faith have remained as close as one can possibly get to an intact Space Marine Legion. These guys have done some pretty horrific, inexcusable, genocidal things over the years, but maybe during the days of the Horus Heresy, many of them truly believed that humanity really would be better off under the leadership of the true gods.
Remember, I told you last time, the Horus Heresy was a civil war.
Yeah.
And loads of legions, like of Space Marines, sided with the Chaos Gods under. This is where I've got to really try and remember what Horus. Is it Lubrical? Lubrical? Horus Lubrical? I can't remember. And they all sided with him versus the Emperor. And he was like the Grand Marshal of the Space Marines.
That's not good, is it?
No.
You gotta remember that these guys had something that all of the other Space Marine legions didn't, and that was faith. And faith can be a really beautiful thing. It can inspire great acts of compassion, heroism, and can lead people who have sunk to the lowest, darkest places imaginable back out of the darkness and into a brighter tomorrow. But as we all know as well, faith can also compel people with good intentions down an incredibly dark path and lead them to commit some truly horrific and unforgivable
I think that's
acts.
Skin.
Oh, the devil's numbers on it.
With most legions during the Great Crusade, they would show up on a world, force the entire population into compliance, and then take off again, jumping back out into the stars to do it all again. The word-bearers were different though. They didn't want to just bind people into subservience, they wanted everyone to prosper under the Emperor's banners. They didn't want to just deliver the Emperor's wrath, but teach the people they encountered of the Emperor's love. They had faith that the Emperor was the one true god of humanity, something that he wasn't exactly the biggest fan of, and this would end up.
So the Emperor didn't want to be seen. From what I think I know, the Emperor didn't want to be seen as a god. He just wanted to be seen as a obviously royalty, but not a god.
Oh, okay.
Because it gave humanity a false view of him. And from what I can gather is that they were saying he was a god. And he was like, no, I'm not.
No, I'm just a really sick human.
Coming back to bite them. Long story short, their beliefs led to them staying behind on their worlds for far too long, falling behind in their conquered worlds quota. And the Emperor punished them by burning the symbolic and somewhat literal monument of their faith, the city of Monarchia, to the ground. This shattered the Legion to its core, and they would only end up recovering when they set off on a pilgrimage into the stars to find gods truly worthy of their devotion.
Then the Emperor of Man only asked for that to happen then. He only asked for them to become heretics.
Yeah, you should have done that. Not smart thinking that day.
God, I don't know what to say.
Which, unfortunately for everyone who happened to live in the Milky Way, ended up being the Chaos Gods. And like I said before, maybe in the beginning, most of them truly felt like they were doing the right thing. Maybe even after all of the dark rituals, the countless sacrifices, and the truly inhumane and brutal acts of genocidal warfare that they inflicted upon the Imperium's population. And maybe even still, a few of them truly believed that they were doing what had to be done. That once all of the fighting was over, they would guide humanity through the new age. However, all you have to really do is take one look at some Wordbearer artwork to see that 10,000 years later, all of that is gone. It's all right out the window. These are some truly depraved and sadistic bastards. But are the Wordbearers simply irredeemably evil for the sake of it? Or is there something more to it? What compels the Wordbearers to do what they do? What is their ultimate objective, and what is their philosophy? This is the opening passage to the Book of Lorgar, and it gives us some good insight into the fundamental pillar the Wordbearers' belief system is built upon.
Do you think they're just religious fanatics who are just evil? Or do you think something more of it, like there's something more about them?
Definitely something more.
Do you think like they truly believe in this stuff though?
Probably.
If they're willing to act on it?
Probably. People can believe whatever they believe in. It's not hard to brainwash someone.
True, I'll give you that.
And they just sick
And
leader, I mean,
that's the truth.
True, I mean, and they have a grudge against the Emperor of humanity.
so I'm just saying, it's not against you.
All I ever wanted was the truth. Remember those words as you read the ones that follow. I never set out to topple my father's kingdom of lies from a sense of misplaced pride. I never wanted to bleed the species to its marrow, reaving half of the galaxy clean of human life in this bitter crusade. I never desired any of this, though I know the reasons for which it must be done. But all I ever wanted was the truth. And it really is that simple to them. To the Wordbearers, their beliefs are nothing more than what they perceive as the undeniable.
You're telling me all he wanted was the truth? You're mad he would have killed hundreds of people?
Mm-hmm.
A lot bit easier than outside the nun.
Mm. Yeah, something demonic in the background. I'm guessing that's from the warp. Maybe.
I don't know. If I saw him in my house, I'd be gone.
Yeah, probably because he's taking you with him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not.
The
Sorry,
truth of the
darling. That appears. I'm hiding in the closet.
Really?
Good luck.
Give him the mace.
Give him to A.
Universe. But what exactly
smell one
is
of Ace's shits and be like, no, I'm done.
That's like your fourth at night.
this
last night was bad.
Mm-hmm.
primordial truth? Well, an aggressively oversimplified version of their beliefs is that the Chaos Gods are not a myth. They aren't simply a made-up story designed to scare people or an allegory for evil. They are terrifyingly real, despite the Emperor's centuries of lies that said otherwise. Because the gods are real, and it's a fundamental and somewhat obvious fact that gods are above mortals in the universe.
Bloodthirster, bloodletters, bloodthirster.
I knew that in the corner of the bloodthirster though. I remember that.
Did you?
Because it helped my
Universal
nightmares
hierarchy. It is the role of humanity to debase itself before its rightful
Which
rule.
caused that?
Not sure.
Corn.
Is it?
Cornflakes. Think cornflakes.
I call him the serial killer.
It is the
Yeah.
faithful's unholy duty
fair one.
to purge the galaxy of anything
how
that
I
goes
remember
against their
from the movie.
god's will. Now, don't get it twisted. They understand just how horrifying a galaxy controlled by chaos truly is, but scary or not, it doesn't matter. It is the natural state of reality. Anything that goes counter to the Pantheon's designs, any mortal that would deny their will, and any moment in time or space that does not bend to the will of the Immaterium is a blasphemous perversion of the true nature of the universe. The Imperium and all the organized societies of the other sentient species stand as a heretical mockery of the gods' unholy plan. Would it be nice if instead of disease, wrath, treachery, and excess, we had the god of books, trees and flowers, of hugs and kisses, and of firm handshakes? Yeah, that sounds great. The average word bearer would surely contest that that certainly would
That's
be
a whole other
better.
way to look at them.
But that's not how things are. You don't get to pick and choose which gods you get, but you have to worship them all the same. You must always serve as an instrument of their unholy will. So the advice that they would give anybody who came asking would be to pick up a book of Lorgar and a warp-tainted bolter, put on a can-do attitude, and go out into the galaxy and purge it of all non-believers. The World Eaters have a solidly deserved reputation
World
as a
Yeah.
What's their name?
Yeah. What we'll do is we'll do the World Eaters, and then the next one after that will be a different video.
Okay.
Because I want to see if this recording is actually okay. We haven't recorded in a long time. It could be broken.
They broke it.
Yeah, we haven't recorded in a while.
a disjointed legion of butchers that care only for taking skulls and spilling blood in the name of Khorne. Now, this doesn't mean that there aren't intelligent, insightful, and tactical minds found throughout the Legion's ranks, but most of their plots, schemes, and grand plans do almost always feature slaughter as the ultimate objective, as the butcher's nails are always pushing them towards killing, and any ability to hold off their influence is always fleeting. That being said, the nails affect everybody differently, and there have been world eaters such as apothecary Aaron Zorzi that chose to join up with Fabius Bile and has demonstrated a remarkably keen intellect and the ability to meditate through the nails biting. Despite a few rare individuals, rage is a pretty prominently binding theme throughout the entirety of the Legion. Blood for the Blood God, skulls for the Skull Throne. It really just about perfectly sums up what they're all about. But from the World Eater's perspective, rage is a good thing. It is pure, unfiltered, and honest. To give oneself over to rage is to truly ascend to a higher mental plane. By giving in to their gory desires, they have experienced a somewhat profound awakening. This is a quote from the audio drama Butcher's Nails, where Angron is slaughtering a whole bunch of Eldar. The narrator gives us some insight into what it's like to truly give oneself over to rage, and honestly, I feel like it sums up the World Eater's views, goals, and philosophies pretty perfectly. This is what it meant to be alive. Humanity was a wrathful species, and anger vindicated all of its sins. Nothing was as honest as rage. Throughout the history of the human race, what release of emotion had ever been more worthy and true than depthless anger? A parent confronting their child's killer, a farmer defending his family against raiders, the warrior avenging the deaths of his brothers. In rage, anything was justified. It was the highest state of sentience. With rage comes vindication, and with vindication comes peace. When it comes to shared philosophy, belief, and experience,
Oh, he looked cute.
amongst Khorne's faithful, the World Eaters actually have a pretty interesting way of instilling their traditions, ideas, and even memories into all of their recruits at a genetic level. They utilize these guys known as the Berserker Surgeons, who use a mixture of dark sorcery and forbidden gene crafting techniques to grow new World Eaters in birthing vats, producing Space Marines in a fraction of the time that it would take for the Imperium to create them. Admittedly, this process is pretty wasteful and ends up killing more than it makes, but whereas from the time of recruitment all the way up to when a scout graduates to becoming a fully fledged Space Marine can take years or even decades, for the World Eaters, give or take a month. And because the biological material used to create these monsters is taken from other World Eaters, some part of the process imbues in them all of their memories. This means that when they awaken, they believe themselves to be the veterans of thousands of wars, adopting a mishmash of views from all the donors. In a sense, this allows the World Eaters and their beliefs to live on through their new recruits.
It has to be messy.
This game, you're not ready for it.
That'll be it for these two chapters.
Yeah.
Legions, what do you think so far?
They all do need therapy.
They need therapy big time. This video I reckon we can split into 3 parts.
Yeah.
So this will be this video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed. Hopefully this video didn't die.
Hopefully not.
See you next time.
Let's go. Time to grind, get inside your mind. Yeah, we working overtime, that's the only way to climb. We gon' make it in our prime, signing on the dotted line, cashing checks left and right, that's the way I'm living.